everybody. Rochelle Jones, Grief Recovery here. You know, I'm thinking about today something like very dear and precious to my heart. Well, so many things are, right? But this one I know is a big deal for a lot of people, not just me. My husband, he's been on vacation for the last 3 months. I lied, 3 weeks, 3 months. So he's been on vacation for 3 weeks. And we started that 3 weeks at the bottom of the barrel. We've been married for 23 years. 23 freaking years. We were married at 19. I mean, there's just all these ideas and all these, what? How is that even possible? Yeah, it's true. And we've gone through hell. We really have. And I was thinking about, you know, the beginning of these 3 weeks when this vacation started, we were down. We were down so hard. And we've been there before. I mean, we've separated for 6 months before. We have separated, you know, for a few weeks. Emotionally, we've separated countless times. Usually my fault. And I think there was a little lunch in that one. The thing is, every time we get so low, I think we're done. Like we can't take another hit. We can't take another blow. Our relationship heartbeat can't take another beat. And that's why we started these last 3 weeks. And I mean, I haven't been wearing my ring. I really thought we were done. I thought we were down. And I just think about that with grief recovery, you know. We could really be hurting for death, for divorce, for, you know, our kids moving away, for our health changing, for what we watch other people go through, and it really does a number. And in my relationship, gosh, 23 years, I couldn't even imagine. How do we separate then? How do we move forward? And I can't imagine where you are in your life and what you face and the difficulties you go through and experience, and I can't even imagine. But I know they hurt. I know they hurt. Sometimes like I hurt, which is really intense, where it takes over my energy and my focus and my attention, and where life becomes something to endure versus something to just live and experience. And I find it fascinating, but painfully so, how we have been at the bottom of our barrel so many times. And then one or both of us will do our grief recovery work and find ourselves back in the fight and back in the race. And I think I ache so heavily because so many people don't know these tools. They don't know how to use them. They're not using them if they do know how. And their marriages, their relationships just tank. And they tank hard, and that hurts so bad. And I hurt for them to hurt so bad. And I hurt especially because I know that it doesn't have to be so painful. There are times where we just have to sever ties. We do, and we can't go on in the relationship. But I think of all the times that if they only knew something helpful, they could get back on track and try again. Because humans are imperfect. I know it's shocking. Humans, me, you, we are imperfect, which means we come into these relationships and they're bound to face difficulties, because when we have even one imperfect member, it's going to cause trouble. How about if we have two? And then let's add some imperfect children or imperfect friends or imperfect in-laws or imperfect mentors, and we're in trouble. And I just wonder if that's you. I just wonder if you could use some new tools and some new practices in your relationship, what it might do for you in your home. I thought we were done. Yet here we are at the end of 3 weeks. He doing some of his work, me continuing on mine. And I would say, if it's possible, that we're better than ever. And I'm baffled. I'm baffled. And I wonder if you'd want to be baffled too. Because I know it's possible. I know it's possible from so many exhausting cycles of this roller coaster. And we tell ourselves, we hear the messages on social media that, hey, if it's meant to be, it shouldn't be so difficult. And that's a lie, actually. Nobody said it's not going to be difficult. In fact, I've learned more often that it's supposed to be difficult. It is going to be difficult. Can you make it through the fight? I don't know. But some tools, some really effective tools, can make a difference. So I don't know how that hits you. I don't know what it means for you. I don't know what it does for you. But I know what it's doing for me. And maybe you're wondering about the ring. You know, I haven't put it back on in 23 years. I've never taken off my ring. I'm still not going to. I'm waiting to make sure this time that we're going to be okay, because those drops, those bottom of the barrel moments, they hurt. And I'm not sure how many more my spirit can take, but I just look back at these last 3 weeks and I think, how is that even possible? Yeah, I was on vacation. That's part of it. The slowdown, the able to be connected and present here in our home and together. But you know, sometimes that could break people. And I promise you, I know that it wouldn't have worked, because I could carry some bitterness. I could carry some anger. I could carry some things up in my heart and some resentment. And that doesn't do well for a relationship, but I can do it, and I can do it for weeks without grief recovery method tools. That's just who I am, and that's what I do. And I can't help but wonder who's out there with me doing the same thing. So, you know, if your relationship is not quite where you wish it could be, for years I've been able to struggle, pull it along, nurse it along by being the only one really focused on my grief recovery method work, growing and maturing myself, and bringing a more mature and healthy, emotionally healthy Rochelle to the situation. Hey, that's done wonders for my husband and for my children. And so many other relationships. But what if you both do your grief recovery method work? I mean, seriously, deep, intensely, relentlessly. What happens then? What if? What if? I love you. I'll talk with you next time. Bye, everybody.